Hey there, it's the Shooting Guy. Thank you for joining me today. Once again, we're doing a knife review. What do we got? Got a Kershaw. That's exactly what it is. It's called the Freefall. It's also known as the Kershaw 3840 by Kershaw Knives. You know what? It's a budget knife. However, it thinks it's a high-ender. Yep. I think it's actually a rather nice knife. Some of the features here, the Kershaw Freefall is tactically styled. You know, it's got the kind of a modified Tanto thing going on there. Really nice hand grip, and works well in my hand anyway. The blade is kind of a modified Tanto, and that is it's hollow ground right here, and then it's flat ground up here, and it's got a bit of a belly, and rather than being a straight blade within a a real aggressive Tanto, even the Tanto part is slightly curved too. So it's kind of a multi-purpose kind of a blade. Not a bad thing. It is a flipper style, and it's got speed safe on there. So when I do this, it flips out just with a quick, easy flip. It's spring-loaded, of course, and so it assists itself out, and there you go. Let's see what else here. Some of the other features, well, liner lock. Well, they say a liner lock, but I'm going to say it's actually a frame lock because this plastic outer mold, this fiber-filled, fiberglass, whatever, is really just a shell, and it's the frame of the knife that is actually doing the lockup up in here. So I'll call it a frame lock, some call it a liner lock, whatever. It does really nice though, and it locks up nice and firmly, securely. I do like that. Stainless steel. HCR13 Movi, very nice stone wash finish, which I kind of like. Gives it that rugged, already used look. But you're going to want to use it yourself, I think. High performance at an affordable price. That's kind of what the Kershaw says about it. I agree. Let's get to the specs. Speed safe opening. We've mentioned it before. Some call it a liner lock. I'm going to refer to it as a frame lock. Anyway, there it is right there. Reversible pocket clip. Kind of like it. Blade length 3¼ inches. Closed length 4¼ inches. Overall length when opened 7½ inches. Weight 4.1 ounces. This jimping, it's definitely a home run. Aggressive enough that when you put your thumb on it, you're not going to slide around, but not so aggressive that it chews you up. I like the little forefinger stop here. That's really nice. That's actually the flipper when it's turned around. It does a great job. And even though it kind of looks kind of goofy, I think anyway, I mean, some of you may like that, but the way the handle kind of drops down looks kind of funny. However, in my hand, oh my goodness, it fits and forms quite nice. Has a nice lanyard hole back here that's built into the aluminum liner, and the K-grip here is pretty nice. This texturing, it is a fiber-filled kind of a plasticky thing. But still very, very aggressive when you're holding onto it. It's not going to come out of your hand. I will say one thing. You saw that it's a very good deep pocket clip, but that aggressive texturing along with that tight pocket clip can tear up your pants. Now, what's nice though is that with this screw right here, you could loosen that up. You could move it around a little bit so that it's not as tight in your pocket. Or you could flip it to this side, so it is a reversible pocket clip. Nice little feature. Let's get to the pros. You know, the price. For just about 25 bucks, you get quite a bit of knife. I mean, it's budget-minded certainly for $25, but it does, like I said before, act as if it's a really high-end knife. It kind of borrows some of the features and some of the looks from some of the higher-end zero-tolerance knives. It's not as quite a thick a blade as some, but still very, very stout. I do like the lockup on this thing. Not a single wiggle at all. Is it sharp? Yep. Let me show you. Get a piece of paper here. Right out of the box, Kershaw did a really nice job of making this thing really nice and razor sharp. Thank you, Kershaw. Take a look at some of the other examples. It can do it. It's a good multi-purpose EDC knife. Is it a defense knife? No, not really, but it can be if necessary. Can you actually go skinning with it? Well, you know what? The way that thing is curved, the way that tip and that tanto is curved, you can get in, and I bet you could skin really well. Now, I haven't tried it in that fashion, but you know what? Taking a look at this, it's inspiring me to maybe go out and try it that way. I'll let you know. Let's get to the cons. Well, you know, it's not really intended for a lot of heavy-duty use. The blade thickness isn't super overall thick, so I wouldn't be using this thing in a prying fashion or anything, although, you know, most knives will probably not be used in a prying fashion. But this one I'd be a little careful. Kind of a thin blade, so be careful there, guys. It's a bit of a plasticky feel to me, you know, and it looks like plastic. It kind of looks a little cheap, feels a little cheap, but that's not really a con. Don't let that fool you. It's a very tough handle, and it's just that feeling. So again, and you know, it kind of looks kind of goofy. I don't know that that's a con, but for me, it was like, goofy looking, but still very useful. We didn't cover this in the specs section, but the overall thickness is about a ½ inch. It's actually just a little over. If I look at the specs, it says 0.57 inches. So it's a little over ½ an inch. Is it a little thick? Probably. So you wouldn't necessarily think of this as a real slim, you know, pocketer that you could stick in there. It's not a gentleman's knife or anything like that. But because of its thickness, it does hold well in the hand. So not really a con, but if you guys are looking for something really thin and light, this may not be the one. Well, that just about wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for joining me. This was the Kershaw 3840, or the Freefall. And if you can find one of these in your local stores or online, you might want to pick it up if you're looking for an all-around, you know, multi-purpose, multi-use knife. Could you hunt with it? Yeah. Can you use it in a tactical fashion, you know, for protecting yourself? Yeah, maybe you could. Is it comfortable? Certainly. Can it cut fruit? Yeah, of course. So, for a good all-around knife for not a whole lot of money, this might be the one for you. Alrighty, that's all I got for you. God bless you, God bless America, and may America bless God. Oh, by the way, if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing, guys. I appreciate it. If you're just stopping by, consider subscribing. See ya! Oops, gosh, get it in frame. Try it again.